In Sri Lanka, government employees who were unable to cast their postal vote on the designated days last week for the presidential election were allowed to cast their vote on Wednesday. The National Election Commission said that officials can cast their votes today as well. The poll body added that those government employees who do not cast their postal votes within these 2 days will not have further opportunities for them to exercise their franchise. Postal voters were urged to visit the district election office or the divisional secretariat where their workplace is located to cast their votes. Postal voting for over 7,12,000 government employees and armed forces staff was allowed on 4th, 5th and 6th of September. Postal Department officials had said that over 80% votes were received by them during the designated days. Sri Lanka votes on 21st September to elect the 9th executive president in the first elections after the economic crisis witnessed in 2022. Incumbent President Ranil Wickremesinghe, opposition leader Sajith Premadasa and leftist leader Anura Kumara Dissanayake are seen as frontrunners in the election. All right, let's go across to Colombo, where DD India's Dr. Ahmed Moeen Farooqi is joining us live. Dr. Farooqi, last day of postal voting in Sri Lanka. In fact, for people who could not vote, special 2 days were given to them. Tell us, how has been the turnout and which district had the highest number of postal votes?
Good morning, Abhishek, and a very good morning to all our viewers. It's been a fantastic morning today. However, yes, you're right. Postal voting, which was conducted last week on 4th, 5th, and 6th of September, those were the designated days for the government officials and the Triforces officials. However, today and yesterday have been designated as special days for those who missed out on those 4th, 5th, and 6th September voting. The postal voting percentage had been stated that on those first 3 days, the voting was more than 80% by the Postal Department officials, saying that those many votes have been received already by them. The complete turnout we will get to know after the completion of the voting days today as well. So the entire details will be brought out by the Election Commission and the Postal Department later today, hopefully by the evening. Abhishek.
Okay. Presidential election to be held on 21st of this month. Close contest on the cards. Tell us, who are the front runners? Rajapaksa's son, Wickremesinghe, is also fighting an uphill battle. Who are the front runners?
Abhishek, it is a very, very close fight this time around. You know, usually Sri Lanka has seen a straight fight between two candidates, and the winner has normally directly in the first round of counting itself secured more than 50% of the preferential votes. The preferential system here is that a voter has to exercise one of the either one option or the three options as per his choice, numbering them as 1, 2, and 3. And in case there is no candidate who secures 50%, then the second round of counting goes ahead, in which the second and third preferential votes will also be counted, barring the first two candidates. So this time around, it appears like there's going to be a very, very close fight. There are three primary contenders. There's also a candidate from SLPP, the son of Mahinda Rajapaksa, Namal Rajapaksa. So there is going to be some amount of lack of clarity as of now, but some clarity might emerge as we further go into the voting week. So right now it's a little difficult to call, but yes, incumbent President Ranil Wickremesinghe, he is seeking a re-election basing on the kind of delivery that he has done over the last 2 years to bring the Sri Lankan economy some amount of stability. That is one. Second is the opposition leader, Sajith Premadasa, who is being seen as an alternative. He has been talking vociferously and directly with regard to the hardship that people have been facing. And thirdly, the leftist leader, Anura Kumara Dissanayake, it has been a trend always that the leftist parties have not secured more than 3% or 4% of votes in all the elections. But this time around, he has been drawing huge support from the youth. In fact, his rallies have been flowing very well, and it appears that he might increase his vote share from what he has secured earlier. In fact, he has been talking about a complete revamp of the system, a complete change in the system, which he calls as corrupt, and wants to bring about some sort of a systemic change. So these three have been the main front-runner candidates. Namal Rajapaksa, he is the candidate from SLPP, so he might also cash in on the loyal vote base that SLPP has. Abhishek.
Okay, you're saying it will be, we are expecting a close fight, but what are people saying? And also, what do you think will be the major challenges for the new president?
See, the people have been saying, that their favorite candidate should emerge and win. They have been talking about various issues that have been plaguing Sri Lanka over the last several years. One of the most important one being the allegations of corruption. There had been charges that certain corrupt practices by the administration had led to, the economy crumbling. That was one part of it. The second part was a huge amount of reliance had been done on projects which were which were taken on credit lines from China. So a lot of answerability has to be there with regard to how the next governments will have to plan their debt management going into the next 5 years. So there are lots of challenges, and people assume that their candidate will be the best person who will be able to handle these challenges and take the island nation's economy into a safer position. However, as of now, the lines are drawn, and it's very divided as of now. It's a very fragmented kind of a scenario. The entire island, it is having a faith that their candidate will emerge as victorious. But as I said, it is too early to call as of now. The earlier surveys had indicated that no candidate would secure 50% in the first round itself. Abhishek.
All right, Faruqi, we'll leave it at that for the time being, but we'll keep taking updates from you.